Hey everyone, so I have had a few requests about changing ESteps using Octoprint and how to do that. So I decided to make a YouTube and make this video. And I will say I apologize for the very bad video quality. I'm using a webcam and I'm alone. But as for what we're going to need, for starters, of course, you'll need your Raspberry Pi. Most will work. You will need it to be Wi-Fi. As long as you've got it set up with Octoprint on there, you're good. You'll need calipers, clippers, and a 10mm wrench. Now, let's turn the light on here so we can see a little bit better. The first thing is you're going to have to pull your filament out and get your modem connector out. Now, I loosened this up a few minutes ago, that's what, but this is for what the 10mm socket is, or the wrench is for. So we're just going to get that out of the way, and all we need is our extruder, and this works for at least all ender printers that I know of. This method, I've seen a lot of different methods. This is the easiest method that works for me. So the first thing we need to do is we need to feed some filament, and we need to get it to stick out. And I just did too much. But we can see it sticking out the top right there. And once this stops, because I got it going too long, we can do what we need to do. Alright, so now that we've got that done, the biggest thing that we need to do is we need to make sure you get really flush right there. And you're just gonna trim that off. And you can use a couple of different methods to make sure that you are perfectly flush. And that is, once you're completely flush, we'll come in. Now, this readout's going to be different on different enders. This is an ender 6. You're going to want to extrude 100mm. Now, I'm going to let this do this, and then I will come back with the next part of what we got to do. Okay, now that we've extruded 100mm, we're going to once again make sure you get nice and flush on your extruder. Trim that off. Don't lose that, because this is the piece you need. So we've told the printer to extrude 100mm of filament. Now, let's see if I can get this webcam to sit right. Now we're going to take our calipers and make sure you get this nice and straight. And you're just going to measure the length of this. And see, we've got 99.3, so our ESteps are off. 99.3, 99.2. We'll just base this off of 99.3. Alright? Okay, now that we've done that, now we need to get into our Octopi. Ignore the black bar up top. You never want anybody to actually see your IP address to actually get into the Octopi, because they can actually take control of your printer. So I have a bar over that so nobody can see that. Alright, so from here we're just going to go to the terminal. We are going to connect the printer. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've done this. We're going to type in M503, and we are going to wait for this to receive all the information that it needs to receive. I'm going to send that, and now we need to go back up to the top where we just sent. And now what we're going to do is we come in here, we find this, we see our ESteps are 140. Okay, Now we have that, but what do we do with these two numbers now that we have them? Well, now we have to plug them into the formula. So, the formula up top is old ESteps times 100 millimeters divided by the millimeters that you just measured, and that will give you your new ESteps. So, let's go ahead and plug this in. So, our old ESteps is 140. Sorry, ignore that. Alright, so now we'll just start like this. 100 millimeters divided by the 99.3 that we got. And now we will multiply this by 140. And you're going to want to round up to, this will make this 140.99 in my case. You're going to round up to the nearest hundred. So now, we just need to go back into the terminal, type in M92, capital M 92, capital E, and then we'll do our 140.99. And once you send that, we'll scroll back down to here. All the information is sending, it's receiving, it's going to do all of its stuff, and now your ESteps have been updated. Honestly, I know there's different methods of changing the ESteps out there. Octoprint is definitely the method that seems to work the best for me. There's a Pronter face out there. There are several different ones, but I hope this helps. And if anybody wants to, just let me know, and I'll try to do my best at doing a guide for setting up Octoprint on a Raspberry Pi. I found it to be very aggravating at first, but I ended up getting it, and I've done it now twice because I had to reuse that SD card for something else, and then I had to put it back on there again. So if this helps, please like the video and leave a comment if you feel like I left anything out, or if you have any questions. Thank you.